Hey guys, we're here to talk about the movie we watched this week, Citizen Kane, 1941 film. Uh, Certainly for the time, it was definitely a revolutionary movie. What'd you say? It was like 10 or 11, 12 years older than Joan of Arc.
Yeah. Newer.
Yeah.
More recent, but it's I mean, it's such a much more concisive, shot modernly, pretty much, as far as the way the storytelling goes. You know, I haven't watched a lot of 1940 movies, so I can't say like what was going on, but it's definitely, in essence, like one of my favorite film styles, noir. I love noir films, and I don't know if this is the original one.
It was certainly an epic of its time.
Oh, and super epic as far as like it gave me a lot of Scorsese vibes. As far as long, like winded, pretty much the life of a person from beginning to end, and the style in which it's given. I loved you don't see Thompson, the main character, the journalist who's gathering information about Kane.
Yeah, it's mainly all done through flashbacks and, storytelling of someone's past.
Yeah, but what I found interesting, so you get, we'll start with like plot points. You get like a major kind of like documentary film from the journalist company, and it's almost like, I was like, is this what we're going to get? Because I haven't seen this. And it's such an early time. I don't know how the movie's going to go.
It definitely gave me the notion that, is this just going to be narration of a
2-hour documentary?
And then they do that
film
cut, and then
and you're in the shadowy room where you find out that the last thing he said was Rosebud. And then one of the journalists is like, that's the story. That's what I want to figure
Mr.
out.
Thompson is kind of our leading protagonist, I guess you'd say, even though the movie's done
plot device. Like he's like the guy who's moving the story.
He's missioned with go figure out what Rosebud means, and I think it's all done through 3 or 4 interviews,
something like that.
Because they interview Leland, Susan, which when he first makes it in New York, Mr. Thompson tries to speak to Susan, Kane's second grieving wife, and
it's like too soon. She's
too
drunk
soon,
and like doesn't want to talk to anybody.
You can tell that she is definitely affected by the death.
Yeah, and her bodyguards kind of are like, she's not talking to anybody. Like they let her know she's like she won't talk to us or anybody. Before that, I just wanted to get into, I really liked, as a plot device, Thompson. It doesn't show his face until the last cut. They're in the smoky room and you can't really see anybody, and then everything with Thompson is him like in the background, like in the shadow. Like he doesn't really, you don't see him, you know? And so it's interesting, like he's kind of the most important character because he's what we're getting this information through, but he's also unimportant, and I think there's something to be said about like maybe journalistic liberty or journalistic pursuit, and like he is a non-factor. He is getting the information from all of these people, and I think what we'll get into as the story goes along, what we see, like, spoilers. Kane loses his journalistic liberty.
His integrity as a journalist.
He almost becomes like the TMZ of the time, where he's like, I tell people what to think. So it's interesting as the plot device to be the shadowy figure that has no personality, just asks another person what's happening. I think that was that's like, I guess one of my film theories is to see Thompson be the correct journalist, whereas Kane was this like monolith of a man who, like, once the fame kind of got to him and who he was, he decided what news he taught, what he did.
So the way this movie unfolds its events is very quick. Lots of things happen, and if we were to sit here and describe each small thing, we'd be here for an hour probably. And
it's pretty concise for how much happens in 2 hours. Like God, if Scorsese got a hold of it, it'd be 5.5. Because